Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading, Cappuccinos. We're going to see who you really are. We're going to see who you really are, how others perceive you, what others get wrong about you, and how this affects you in relationships. We are going to start with a good tarot. We're going to start with a good tarot, and then we're going to get into the Starseed Oracle deck and the Chinese fortune cookie. Let's take a look. See, Cappuccinos. Who are you? You are the Five of Air. It almost feels like somebody who's just carefully balancing life here. There's situations around you that you know, if I go this way, it's not going to work out. If I do that instead, no. It almost feels like, yeah. Are you walking a tightrope without a net? That's very interesting. Are you walking a tightrope? Does life feel like you're walking a tightrope without a net? And that you have to kind of really balance and create some magic along the way as well. Huh, it's an interesting card. And you have to do it really like gracefully. You walk the tightrope in life without a net, creating magic gracefully. That's tricky. Wow, right? You may specifically find yourself in situations where, I don't know, people might be competitive with you. They might compete with you in ways that, you know, no one's going to come out winning here. Why are we doing this? You might even find yourself in a situation at this time that is like a no-win situation for you also. How people perceive you. The Six of Earth. They don't recognize the fact that you're on a tightrope, and they don't realize that you don't have a net, and you just have everything in balance. Everything is balanced. You got it all together. That's how people perceive you. It's interesting, right? Because this almost seems like just really easily keeping all of these things in balance in life. Just, okay, there's this thing here. I'm going to hang it on this antler. Hang this stuff here. It leaves me with my hands or my hoofs free to do whatever I want to do. I've got life in balance. And it's funny because this is having life in balance, but very precariously is who you are. Where people perceive you as having like, oh yeah, it's easy. It's like grounded too, like your feet on the ground. There's no risk. There feels like risk in that. It's almost like you're walking or you're living some type of risk here. What people get wrong about you. Call. I think that's a judgment card, isn't it? Call. Judgment. Rising up. Call. What it is that you're called to do. It could be what, I don't know. It's giving me sort of a vibe here, like the angels or the heavens have asked you to do something, and what they're asking you to do, I don't know. It almost feels like it puts you in a bit of a precarious situation. It feels like, to me, the way that you balance yourself on this tightrope and you produce kind of like magic very gracefully, right? That's the part that people notice. So the graceful approach, your ability to keep things, you know, nicely balanced around you, equality, that's the part that people see. Like, so if there's difficulty, if there's fear, if there's strife, they don't really see that. And with the call, the part that they get wrong about you is, I really do feel like it is some situation that you find yourself in here and what the universe is asking of you. There could also be something about sort of like a second half of your life here, and people are wrong about that. So I don't know what that would be. Like, it could, when I say a half of your life, like, let's say you live somewhere and, I don't know, you tell people you're going to move and you're going to move wherever you're going. And it's like people will have an idea about what that is. what this second part of your life is. But it's not that. It's different. It's different. There's a big difference here from what, it's actually quite a big difference in what people perceive and get wrong about you from who you are and how you're handling things. It's almost as if the way you handle things is done so well, even when it's a difficult time, that they just see how well it's handled. They might not understand to the extent of effort that's gone in to handle something well in your life, because it's just like you're grounded. You know, you've got 2 feet on the ground. Everything is cool. Now, how does this affect you in relation to the 8 of air? Look it. People cannot see. You're way up here. You're way up in this cloud. And people can't see what it is that you're doing or dealing with. Because you're way up here. You're in the clouds. I don't know. You just really feel like someone who is walking. But how long can you walk the tightrope? You really go unseen here. This is weird. What is this? Okay, because now as I'm looking at this, it's as if, you know, maybe even seen someone walk a similar path to you and fail, or something catastrophic kind of happen, right? Now this is almost like, oh, I'm getting myself back up on this cloud, because all these feathers are almost like what's left after someone else has fallen off the rope. So, and as like the 8, how does it affect you in relationships? Very unseen. Like there's something about, it's not so much how you handle things and deal with them. It's more the circumstances that exist around what it is that you handle and deal with that is unseen. And it almost feels like there's a risk involved, and people don't understand the risk, or they don't see the risk. Justice is at the bottom. Wow, you have the High Priestess, and you have Temptation. You have 3 cards. Major Arcana. Temptation, which is the devil. High Priestess, Justice. Woo! Spiritual. That's like a spiritual warfare energy, no? And balancing it. But it's like walking a tightrope without a net. Walking a tightrope without a net, Capricorn. All right, the Starseed deck. It should be interesting. I always get like ancient vibes off y'all. Who you are, really. I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting. It's funny, I say get ancient vibes from y'all. There is very ancient energy here, right? I mean, we're literally looking at earth energy. And these roots have become the shapes of people's faces. I feel like you're walking a fine line here between, it's like a karmic restitution. You're righting past wrongs. Why are you in this 5 of air, though? Defenselessness. It's feeling vulnerable, right? The 5 of air is vulnerable to me. This person on the tightrope is vulnerable. Defenselessness. Is there something that you're sorry about? Or is there someone around you who's sorry? people perceive you. Earth school, life lesson, soul growth, study, higher learning. Look, this is like diving in. This is weird. Like the perception and who you are so different. What they get wrong about you. I want to pull everything out here. Cracked open, rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy with call. Jeez. It just has this feeling like God is asking something really big and heavy of you. And you're managing it as best as you can. And it just feels like people around you, again, they just don't, almost too like you're just diving in. You make something look really easy. Like if it's how you share your time with others, if it's how you balance different obligations and responsibilities around you, you make it look easy. You make life and soul growth look like really easy here. The lessons that you go through, you maintain a lot of balance in your life as you're going through those lessons. But it's almost like feeling as though, well, this does feel like a rock bottom. You know what this energy feels like? Well, let's just move that. And then with this here too, this feels like when life has taken you to a certain point and how would I describe it? When life has taken you to a point where it seems like nothing makes sense anymore, and everything you thought you knew about yourself and where you were going and what you were doing and who you were and how things were going to end up, they don't. And you kind of like find yourself on the floor all by yourself, and then you're almost like just kind of having like a real like gut-wrenching conversation between you and God. It's kind of like the feeling I'm getting from this card. With the Five of Swords, it's like, I don't know, it's feeling a bit like God has put you in a position here and you don't know what to do. I don't know. And then there's also this like feeling unseen in the whole thing. Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, see the light by staying grounded. But how can you be grounded with the Eight of Air? This is how, okay, yeah, there's a really, when I'm saying staying grounded, it feels like, you know, like when you're grounded and you can't do something. It just, I don't know who this reading is specifically for, but it really looks like, I want to say this because I'm getting this message too, is that there is some type of ancestral wound that's being healed here. I don't know the specifics, what's going on, but it does feel as though you probably, I don't want to say that you feel like the universe is working against you. You may feel like it's not working in your favor, or you definitely feel like there's some type of sacrifice that's going on here. And it's being asked of you. There's an enormous sacrifice that feels like it's being asked of you. Bless you. I didn't know you were under there. Larry has allergies. And this sacrifice, it's like you're benefiting something or someone in this sacrifice, and it doesn't feel like it's you. Although I feel like it is, because there's a part here of what I'm seeing in these cards that looks like there's some type of ancestral karma that is being resolved. And it's being resolved by the universe working through you. You see the light, you stay grounded. You might even be helping to inspire someone around you, and at the same time not being able to do exactly what it is that you would like to do. Yeah, it's a heavy energy. Deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So I do feel like there's something taking place right now in ancestral karmic energies. Like you're clearing something for you, but it feels like it goes beyond any karma you know that you could have made in this lifetime. It feels like it's attached to your ancestral family. How do you have a bath under there? It's so short. Oh, who you are. Commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business that will make you feel better. Make you feel better. But the 5 of air. This is a tough energy. I'm sorry. 5 of air. Commitment. Yeah, you are definitely... I feel like you're alchemizing more for just yourself. You pull it off really gracefully. Now, okay, with the 5 of air and I'm sorry, there could be a situation here where you could apologize for something, but you could also jab at the same time. Right? It's kind of like, oh, you know, it reminds me. Yeah. Oh, so where somebody apologizes to you, but they don't. Or they take it back by saying something else. It's kind of like, instead of, you know, if there's somebody here that you hurt, you know, let's say there's somebody's feelings that you hurt. Instead of saying, I'm sorry I said that, I didn't mean to hurt you. It's more like saying, I'm sorry you're so sensitive. Yeah, that right? With the 5 of air and I'm sorry. And it's kind of like when you say you're sorry, because if a commitment is indicated around love or business, it will make you feel better. It's like the way that you say I'm sorry makes you feel better. Like there is something of yourself that you don't have to give up here. But, you know, as I say that, I feel like you're already in a situation where you're being asked to already give a lot. I don't know. How people perceive you. Health. An excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. So very, like, it's just weird. I'm wondering if, like, whoever, whatever I'm tapping into for how you're perceived, if this is someone who doesn't even see you or know you or like have any up-to-date information about you. Because this, how you're perceived, looks like someone who might be getting in shape. You might be looking really fit. You've got a lot of physical balance in your life. You might be learning something new here. You're exploring life and the world around you, and it's good for you. And you've got a lot of friendships and new things on the horizon. That's how you're perceived. It's literally looking like somebody living their best life to me. But it's not like from your energy, it's like, it's not. Like, right, it's giving me the impression of, let's say you're telling all your friends and your neighbors, you know what, I'm going to go on a 1-month vacation. I'm going there to, I'm going to follow in the steps of my ancestors. I'm going back to, let me pick something. I'm going back to Guatemala. Going back to Guatemala. And I'm going to follow in the footsteps of my ancestors. And it's going to be like really life affirming and going to be wonderful. I'm going to eat all the healthy foods there. Like, right, like people have that idea in their head, but then it's like you go and then it's almost like you get there. And at the minute you go with your passport and like, what's your last name? And then they look on the list and they go, can you go over there, please? Can you go stand over there? I'm like, what? And then it's like you find out that the last ancestor that you had that left Guatemala had like some type of huge debt, or they did something. Oh, did you guys watch the movie Hitch? Okay, that's what this is. That's what this is. Okay, when Hitch is trying to impress, it's been so long since I watched the movie. He's trying to impress this lady. And so one of the ways that he does this is he goes to, I'm not American, so I'm sorry if I'm getting this all wrong. Is it at the Statue of Liberty or somewhere where they have this giant book that shows all the names of people like that came over on the ships and immigrated? And so his way of kind of like impressing her is, we're going to take these jet skis there. I believe that's what he did. And the guy who runs the place, he's friends with him, Hitches, and they've gone to the trouble to find her ancestor that came to America. And like, right, like it's kind of a cool thing. And that would be, it's an adventure. It's a fun way to connect and create balance between him and her, right? Like that's the perception. But then she looks at the names and, whoa, she's like, oh, and there's a terrible story. Like that ancestor ended up being like a murderer or something, like a mass murderer or something. Like, right? It's like, oh my God. I don't know. Like that's the difference of what, you know, what he imagined her response would be, like, oh, very emotional, or wow, that's amazing. Oh my God. But no, it's like, oh my God. Right? That's what this is. Okay. And so the way I'm saying it too, what others get wrong here, the call is like a second opportunity, a second part of your life. But it's cracked open. It's surrendering. It's not like this having a good time, being on a great exercise program, having like eating healthy, getting lots of rest. There's so many new friends on the horizon. Like, this is rock bottom. I don't know. It's very, very different. Again, either you are just like a genius at hiding how difficult things can be that you're going through, or I'm picking up on an energy here that is not seeing what you're going through at all. What they get wrong about you. Perseverance. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. I feel like it is a bit of a give up. Like, defenselessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting. It kind of feels like too when God has broken you down to the point where there's nothing left, but just sort of like the little core inside of you. How does it affect you in relationships? The 8 of Air, it just feels very unseen. See the light by staying grounded. But how do you get, that's the other part too. It also feels like you're put in a situation here where to do something, you need to have 2 feet on the ground. But that's not your situation. You do not have 2 feet on the ground. So how are you supposed to do that? Right? getting upset for you. I'm really feeling like you found yourself in a situation where, well, to do that, I need both feet on the ground. God has not given me the ability to put both feet on my ground, so how am I going to do that? The fuck? Property. How this affects you really? A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transaction. How does this affect? Oh, maybe you're moving, because you do have uprooting. Are you moving? You're moving. Maybe you're moving. But to see the light, you have to stay grounded. I don't know. It feels like you're in a situation where if you do this, well, that's going to go. And if you do that, well, and it's kind of like too, you know, if the universe has said, okay, you need to tread water for 2 days. You're like, all right, you know what? Tread water for 2 days. It's not going to be easy, but I know I'm good at, I can just do it with my arms at times, and I can do my legs, and I can just kind of like float a bit, right? Like I just got to stay above the surface. I just got to stay above the surface. And so you're like, okay, I can do it, God. I can tread water for 2 days. And then you go down to the dock where you're going to jump in, and God's like, okay, oh, wait, those rocks, you got to tie them all on. What? I don't know. Capricorn. This one is like, shit. Look at difficult times at the bottom. Be on your guard against chaos or unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold. Oh my goodness. I just want to pull. I'm going to see me try to tarot for you. 5 of air. Tell me about their 5 of air. Oh, fuck. It's the Tower. It's the Tower and the Hermit. See, again, it would almost be like God saying, okay, or finding yourself in, let's say, a situation. Like, I'm seeing like an Indiana Jones. And your God has orchestrated circumstances where you now find yourself alone on the path. None of that had anything to do with you. These are all things that, like, well, a lizard, a Komodo dragon took out friend number 1, and then friend number 2 landed in some quicksand or whatever. So it's obvious you had nothing to do with those things. And then it's almost like you get to the destination where God wanted you to be, yeah. But it's like being in an escape room, and you are not physically long enough to turn 2 levers at the same time. You need someone else there to turn the second lever. And you're like, but you removed the other people to help me. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know. Oh my God. I'm so upset for you, Capricorn. I really am. Okay, in your extended, I'm going to ask who's watching or observing you. Why? And what are their intentions towards you? What are you doing yours? Who's watching or observing you and why? And what are their intentions towards you? There's 2 options in the description below for the extended if you would like to follow me there, Capricorn. Thank you so much, Cappuccinos. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.